Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially witnessing a civil war tearing through the very fabric of the WNBA. And the latest bombshell didn't come from a buzzer beater or a hard foul, but from the mouth of arguably the greatest point guard to ever lace them up. Sue Bird has just dropped a nuclear weapon on the current discourse surrounding the league, and the fallout is absolutely radioactive. We aren't just talking about a little disagreement here. We are talking about a full-blown identity crisis for women's basketball. Sue Bird went on a podcast and essentially put the entire new wave of Caitlin Clark superfans on notice, accusing them of dehumanizing the veteran players who built this house. Let that sink in for a second. Dehumanizing, that is a heavy, heavy word. She is claiming that this surge of new attention, while profitable, has brought a toxic undercurrent that treats legends like villains in a scripted reality show, rather than human beings who have grinded for decades for pennies on the dollar compared to what the NBA guys make. You have to understand the gravity of this situation, because it is not just about Sue Bird protecting her legacy, it is about the soul of the WNBA. For years, this league was a tight-knit community, a sorority of sorts, where everyone knew the struggle. Enter Caitlin Clark and the massive tidal wave of attention she brings. Suddenly, you have millions of new eyes, but these aren't just basketball purists. These are stans. These are people who treat the WNBA like a gladiator arena where the old guard must be slaughtered to make way for the new queen. Sue Bird is seeing her friends, her former teammates, and her rivals getting absolutely roasted online, stripped of their dignity and painted as jealous hags simply for competing hard against the golden child. It creates a locker room tension that transcends teams. Do you think Diana Taurasi is sitting at home quietly while this happens? Absolutely not. The veterans are feeling the heat and they are feeling disrespected in their own house. But here's where it gets even messier. The WNBA needs these fans. Cassidy Engelbert and the league executives are looking at the revenue charts and seeing lines going straight up. Merchandise sales, ticket prices, TV ratings, it is all skyrocketing because of the Clark effect. So when a legend like Sue Bird comes out and criticizes the behavior of the very customers fueling this boom, it creates a nightmare scenario for the league office. Do they side with the legends who kept the lights on for 27 years, or do they cater to the mob that is paying the bills right now? It is a dangerous game of chicken. The narrative being spun by these new fans is that the vets are bitter, but Sue is flipping the script and saying, no, you are the problem because you don't respect the game or the people playing it. This isn't just about basketball anymore. It is about culture. It is about race. It is about sexuality. It is about the sudden mainstreaming of a league that was once a safe haven for marginalized communities, now being flooded by a general public that brings all of its toxicity with it. Imagine the pressure on Caitlin Clark right now. She is caught in the middle of a storm she didn't necessarily ask for, but one she is undoubtedly the face of. Every time she steps on the court, it becomes a proxy war between the past and the future. If a veteran fouls her hard, the internet explodes with accusations of jealousy. If a veteran plays soft, they are accused of bowing down. There is no winning. And Sue Bird knows this. She is trying to draw a line in the sand before the hatred consumes the sport entirely. But is it too late? Has the Pandora's box already been opened? You look at players like Angel Reese or Breonna Stewart, and you know they are watching this dialogue closely. This divides the locker rooms, this divides the fan base, and frankly, it makes for the most compelling drama in sports right now. The league is growing up, and growing pains are excruciating. So I have to ask you, and I want you to be honest in the comments below, because this is the question that will define the next decade of the WNBA. Is Sue Bird right to gatekeep the culture and demand respect for the veterans? Or are the old legends just too sensitive to handle the harsh reality of mainstream superstardom that Caitlin Clark has finally brought to their doorstep?